You have been a minister within the People's Progressive Party, Civic Party, and now you have transitioned into being the Minister of Tourism Industry and Commerce. What has that transition been like for you, and how are you being able to keep upbeat with what is happening in the industry?
So I'm honored to be serving for second term under the leadership of President Ali. I believe in his vision and in his plan for Guyana. So I was honored to serve in the housing and water sector in his first term, and to return now in a new portfolio. It gives me a unique opportunity to learn something new, to participate in a sector that is completely new to me, tourism industry and commerce, but one that I find extremely exciting, one that allows me to think outside the box, to be creative, and to work with stakeholders that I view as very important to our economy.
You mentioned the hoteliers and the tour operators. These are people that you would have just met with, actually. And you've mentioned many things to them, including a lot of synergies and networking that you hope to develop with these operators. I want to ask, coming from an industry, a ministry where you would have gone, doing everything more so with a lot of agencies that fell directly under the ministry. Now these are more so private sector workers that the ministry will be working with. How are you ready and prepared to really work with these persons?
I have a good working relationship, I think, with people, with the private sector. I come from a private sector background myself, and there are a lot of unique opportunities for investment by the private sector that is missing from the tourism industry. A lot of areas that people have not tapped into. One of those raised in the meeting we just had is rest areas, where when people are traveling, if it's to far-flung communities, you need an area to stop, to rest, to use restroom facilities and so on. So there are unique opportunities that we identified that are still to be explored. One of the ways that we have identified to do that is to ensure that we have a calendar of events on an annual basis, so that they can plan and so that we can market these events, and any visitor or tourist coming to Guyana must be able to access information and experiences that they can have while in Guyana. We've asked the hotels to look at a price cap of about $200 a night for Guyanese. So it doesn't matter whether you're a resident in Guyana or you're a non-resident. If you're from the diaspora, you should be able to come to Guyana and stay in pre-list hotels that have agreed that they are not going to exceed $200 a night. I believe that predictability was missing from the sector, and so while it may sound boring as we're trying to be consistent and predictable, it's a major pillar of ensuring that the tourism product that we develop is successful.
The support from these businesses in terms of providing a high standard tourism product, how do you intend to go about helping or supporting these businesses in moving to that level?
I recently visited the Tourism and Hospitality Institute that is currently under construction in Region 6. We expect that to be completed by June 2026. And so we can start to have some hands-on practical training and certification of the students who come there to learn different skills, mixology, cosmetology. So training people to offer a skill, but also getting them oriented into the services industry.
Right. Thank you for that. And you mentioned earlier that a part of your mandate directly from the president is to ensure that the hotels are fully booked and that the visitor turnout is higher than previously noted. Obviously, this would require a lot of work, as you've mentioned. You are already hitting the ground running basically here. Do you anticipate this being something that you fully will be able to accomplish?
Definitely. I have the president's support in ensuring that this gets done. He understands, as a former minister of tourism industry and commerce himself, which I'm privileged to be serving in both of his portfolios, first at housing and now in this new portfolio at the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. So I believe the president understands this sector. He understands the important role that it has to play in the transition of our economy and the diversification of our economy.